For more than 2,500 years, Daniel's prophecy was sealed. And for 2,300 years, one power rose out of Greece and ruled every corner of human life. Not a king, not an empire, but an idea made into a system, philosophy. Every empire has fallen. Every king has died. But philosophy lived on, changing faces, taking new names, shaping culture, politics, religion, and even the way people think. It gave us democracy. It gave us systems of law and government. It gave us schools and theories. But it also did something far more dangerous. It placed itself above revelation. The key moment was 280 BCE. That year, the last of Alexander's 4 generals died, and one of the 4 kingdoms disappeared. The prophetic stage was set. And in that same year, in the city of Alexandria, something happened that changed the world. The Septuagint was born. The law of Moses was translated into Greek, not just words, but concepts. Greek categories were woven in. Philosophy entered the scriptures. For the first time in history, a canon was created. The living voice of God was replaced with an official book, stamped and approved. And with that gift, philosophy had closed the mouth of living revelation. But the story did not end there. The same method spread everywhere. The New Testament we have today is not just letters and gospels, it is the canon of the emperor, arranged, selected, and given as the book subjects must believe. The Quran was made into a canon the same way. The Vedas and other sacred books too. Different names, different religions, but the same pattern. A book, an authority, an interpreter, and above all, philosophy behind it. This is how philosophy ruled for 2,300 years. It did not need armies. It ruled through thought, through systems, through books and interpreters. Even the Pharisees and Sadducees of Jesus' day no longer thought like Moses. They thought in Greek categories, essences, substances, concepts, not in the living language of revelation. And today it is the same. Most people don't even realize it, but the way they think about God, about truth, even about themselves, comes not from revelation but from the philosophers of Greece. That is why cleansing is needed. A personal cleansing. A willingness to strip away the categories we inherited and to let revelation speak for itself again. But we know most will not want this. Many will call it useless, even impossible. That is not our problem. We do not try to change everyone's mind. Our task is simply to say what the prophecy shows. Everyone is free to choose for themselves. And now the prophecy is unsealed. The 200-300 years are over. Philosophy is dying in front of our eyes. The world built on it is collapsing. Institutions that seemed permanent are crumbling. The pandemic was the global sign. The whole world entered the final phase. Now the threat of atomic war hangs over us daily. People accept death in a way unthinkable only 20 years ago. Everyone feels it. The ground is shaking. The foundation is failing. That is exactly what Daniel saw. A horn that grew out of Greece, attacked the holy, and prospered until the end. And then, the end comes, not by human hand. Jesus told us the signs. When the branch becomes tender, you know the season. At midnight, the cry is heard, "Go out to meet him." These are not nice images for sermons. They are signals for the watchers. Signs for those who recognize the times. So what now? Now authority returns to revelation and to conscience. No more chains of interpreters, no more systems above the soul. Scripture must be read with the key of Daniel 8, separating truth from what philosophy inserted. And our allegiance must shift from dead systems built on philosophy to the living King who entrusts us with responsibility. Melek ministry does not bring novelty. We are not inventing a new religion. We are restoring the one that was cast down before philosophy dressed it in myth and control. We name the horn. We unmask the systems. We call people back to conscience and truth. The count is finished. The seal is broken. The reign of philosophy is over. The kingdom of the Jesus Melek is at hand.